Okay, well, welcome to the bonus in the easy guide to better finances. The bonus deals with individuals and families that have a fluctuating income. However, the bonus will mainly center on a fluctuating income when one has a small business. The business is small, meaning that it's either a one-man show up to 3 employees. Therefore, the business is either an osek pto or osek moshe. We're going to be talking about the life cycle of the business so you can recognize which stage you're in and what the business requires you to do. Then tools and how the household works with the business that has a fluctuating income and how the household and the business should work in unison. Now, following these guidelines can make the difference between failure and success in your business. So let's get started. But first of all, I'd like to explain a little bit about my activities as a family financial advisor. Now, a lot of people are under the illusion that as a family financial advisor, all I do is help families become debt-free and financially stable. Well, that's not surprising, since 54% of the population over the age of 20 are currently in permanent overdraft, which is unbelievable. There's no reason nowadays why anybody should be in perpetual overdraft. However, I actually deal with 4 major areas. The first being budgeting and planning one's money. In fact, 100% of my clients that start working with me fall into this category. Now, not planning one's money or working with a financial budget means that money is being frittered away without you being aware of it, and financial decision making is not accurate. Their aim here is to make your money more efficient. Now, the next area that I work in is when there's a change in one's financial status. For example, when one makes aliyah, that is an enormous change in one's financial status. However, there are other instances where there is a change. For example, one gets married. A lot of people say to me, but Susie, that's an improvement in one's financial status. One goes from a single income to a double income. But is it? If there's no financial dialogue created between the couple, then it's not surprising that 70% of divorces are due to financial stress. Other instances where there's a change in one's financial situation is when we buy a house. We have children, so we want to buy a bigger house. We're made redundant, which unfortunately nowadays is a common occurrence. Or unable to work, chas v'chalila, due to an accident or an illness. Some people get divorced. We also retire when our spouse or partner passes away. Now, all these situations dictate that we have to make revisions to our budget and spending habits. Because if we carry on as if nothing has happened, then the financial deterioration of the family is imminent. What I'd like to do is illustrate an example of a change in one's financial status. For example, one has been made redundant. When a person has been fired, it doesn't matter for what reason. There's a psychological process that the person needs to go through. It makes it very difficult for them to say no to one's partner, children, family, or friend, since one wants to pretend that everything is okay, but it isn't. So the role of the family financial advisor, like myself, is that I'm not emotionally involved in the situation, and therefore I'm able to help the family prioritize expenses and remain financially stable and not get thrown into the spiral of debt. However, in this lecture, we are going to deal with a change in the financial status when one starts up or sets up a business. Okay, the next area is when there is a financial dilemma. And again, I'd like to illustrate this by bringing a case study. I've just finished working with a young mother who was recently divorced and has 2 children. Michelle. Lama.